Am I the only one who thinks that Teyana Taylor teeters that line of a very annoying and problematic celebrity and somebody who I also love, like as if she was family? At the same time, am I the only person who feels that way about her? I mean, she's very attractive. She has a six-pack and a big booty, and she's pretty if you like a strong face. She's a strong, handsome. I mean, literally, that's what I have to call her. She's a handsome woman. I mean, I don't know I'm not saying she's manly. She doesn't look like a dude, but her face just looks ferocious. She looks like she doesn't eat food from the refrigerator. She looks like she basically runs after her prey, pounces on them, and then just bites them and maybe growls a couple times in between, allegedly. Anyway, before I read to you what she said about this photo on Instagram, click the thumbs up button right now while you're listening. Thumbs up the video. At least say hi in the comment section. It helps with the algorithm. So thumbs up, say hi, subscribe, choose all notifications if you want to. If you don't, then blank you. It helps with the algorithm, and it's free to say hi, to click the thumbs up button, to subscribe, and choose all notifications. She said, hey, waving hand emoji. Welcome back to this picture from November 28th. Let me guess. The white lady from TikTok sent y'all nosy asses here February 22nd, huh? My comments is in shambles. So let's get to it, laughing out loud. Law, y'all messy ass bloggers are worse than the National Enquirer. Laughing, well, rolling, laughing, crying emojis. The person who sent in this cap is kitty slang for a lie. Cap ass TikTok story is a fool. The person who, quote, reenacted this cap ass story is a fool. She better have her court coin ready. But the people who believe the cap ass story are the biggest fools shaking my head. Y'all allowed a white girl to post some shit like this during Black History Month. Damn, she sounds like Azealia Banks right now. 1. No one have been hired or fired on my team. My whole staff is my family and all still currently working for me. 2. I do not do drugs. Shit. I don't even smoke weed and I only drink occasionally. 4. If I overdose, where's the 911 call? How would I be able to walk myself into the hospital? How would I be able to get discharged from the hospital in less than 4 hours? How would I be able to perform in Atlantic perfectly 2 days later? Wait, she was taking pictures and she was only there for 4 hours? Anyways, y'all mother effers, including me, watch more than enough of Euphoria to know good and goddamn well I wouldn't be able to do any of those things if I, quote, overdose. Most importantly, where's the proof or T? Where's the receipts? Oh, 3rd, nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, can make Petunia overdose on a damn thing. I'd K Iman Shumper's fine ass, that's her husband if you're wondering, put him in a nice suit and bury him my damn self before I ever let him or anybody push me to drugs or take myself out. So let's be clear. She or whoever, quote, sent this story in ain't spilling my tea cause ain't mine to spill. Quote, clout seems to be the only true, quote, candy involved in this whole situation. Clout chasing ass do anything for views ass bloggers have to stop preying on Black positive families that are thriving. Somebody let me know who in the comment section. Please let me know who the hell she's talking about and whether or not that person brought up race. I would really love to know. But anyways, stop preying on Black positive families that are thriving. Instead, start praying in capital letters for world peace and to bring an end to all the craziness going on out here. People are dying. Police are still killing our brothers. Our brothers are still killing our brothers. Black women are still the most... Here we go with the lies. You, oh my God, you fucking devil. The most disrespected and unprotected women in the world. Kids are still getting trafficked. We got bigger fucking fish to fry here, y'all. Get focused. Damn, shaking my head. Now carry on. Nothing to see here. Yeah, like nothing in your head, nothing in your mind. No brain to see here. Sweet Lord, I know somebody who looks like they crawled out of a tree, did not sit up there and slither down the vine and say some bullshit about the Black woman is the most disrespected and unprotected woman in the world. You need to look at what happens with women in other countries, you dumb bitch. And anybody else who says something like this, are you freaking insane? Do you know what happens to women in the Middle East? Did you know that they get stoned if they have sex and shit like that in certain regions in the world? Have you ever heard of honor killings? Have you ever heard about what happens to women that cross the border? Do you know what happens to them just to get over here? What they have to give up? Did you hear about the fathers who kill their daughters for having sex? Or same thing with these wives getting stoned in the Middle East. You bitches have no idea of how good you have it. So we're the most disrespected and unprotected. Actually, no. You need to learn something. You need to learn about what's going on in the world. You actually have it pretty damn easy. The black woman is the most liberated person in the world. She is the most coddled person in the world. Black men worship their mothers. They make their mothers celebrities. Ask the basketball players. Ask Anthony Anderson. His corny ass mother's always sitting up somewhere with him. In fact, black men treat their mothers so well that that's what makes them basically marketable to women outside of black women, because they treat their mothers like no other sons treat their mothers. I mean, in high numbers. I'm not saying that there aren't a sprinkling, of non-black guys that treat their mothers well, but not the way that black dudes get down, boy. They'll do anything for their mother. It's ridiculous, and I wish it would stop. I wish that black males would stop caping for black females. As you can see, they don't appreciate it. They have black girls rock, black girls magic, and yet they're still always freaking complaining. It's the most ridiculous shit ever. Black women are basically a joke at this point. I don't know how else to word it. It's like, no matter what black males do, it's never good enough. So why do anything at all? That's my model. Black women love to be victims, and you know what? You're going to use the power of your tongue to speak some real victimhood into existence. That's all that you're going to do. You're basically putting a curse on yourselves because you want to be the victim so bad that all of that negative energy is going to come back to you. You're just a bunch of liars and frauds, just like your fake hair. I mean, how are you going to sit up there and lie and say, oh, we're the most disrespected and unprotected? Like, how so? I mean, honestly, do you know what happens to women in this world, on this planet? Have you ever looked into it? Have you ever watched a documentary? Have you ever talked to somebody from a different culture, from a different country? If so, what in the world did they tell you? They don't want their women to drive or go to school in different places around the world. Also, if a woman gets pregnant with a female child in different places around the world, they'll start crying like, no, I wanted to have a son. As a matter of fact, for example, in China, just like millions more Chinese men than Chinese women. And you know why? Because the women were not having female children, and the numbers, they were having male children. Yes, they did this on purpose. That's what they chose to do. And then now you have all of these men who have to basically move. They have to go somewhere else to find a spouse. That's if they get married at all, because there's literally not enough women to marry. Yeah, so I just went and looked up the statistics. According to the statistics, there's about 703.7 million females. 703. So let's just round it up, okay? And say 704 million women. But there's over 740 million men. It's about 740.5 million men. So that's like 37 million, approximately 37 million more men in China, because they didn't want to have daughters. Remember, they had the one child policy. And once again, let's not get started on what goes on in the Middle East, because you already know. Anyways, click the thumbs up button. Thumbs up this video right now. Subscribe. Choose all notifications to let me know you made it all the way into the end of this video. The secret password to say in the comment section is Big Baby. Why Big Baby? Because chicks like Teyana Taylor, excuse me, sitting around trying to act like they're this perpetual habitual victim, trying to act like things are so bad for them. They really have no idea of what goes on outside of America, and somebody like this wouldn't even want to learn about it, because the truth would hurt them so bad, and they wouldn't even survive. Like, black women could not last in places like the Middle East or China. The black woman is the only woman that in the entire planet that I know of, that I can name, that gets pushed in front of her man. The only group of women, and they're still complaining. And the only reason why they get pushed in front of us is because of propaganda. And they just do that to destroy us, which is, of course, her plan. But we'll talk about this in detail another time.